And welcome back once again here on this Sunday afternoon. We appreciate you taking part of your day to spend it with us here on the Roundtable program. You know, I'm amazed. I will have conversations with friends, and they continue to say how impressed they are with the arts here in Northwest Ohio and Toledo. And one of the great assets we have here in the Toledo area, of course, the Toledo Symphony. Ashley Marikian is here from the Toledo Symphony. Welcome again to the Roundtable. Good to see you.
Thanks so much, Chuck.
I bring you on here today because there is a show coming very soon that is going to blow people away.
Well, yeah, we think so.
Yeah, talk about it a little bit.
On February 2nd, we are really pleased to present this very unique performance on our pop series with Cirque du Soleil performers.
Okay.
These are people who have performed with Cirque all over the country. They've toured, they've been performing in Cirque styles, doing aerialists, you know, kind of juggling acts,
and for people who've been, for people who've been living under a rock over the last few decades, Cirque, obviously a Vegas type show where they are swinging to and fro over the audience, set to music, different themes, all that jazz.
Right, it's essentially a modern day take on the circus, and these people are immensely talented. You know, they hit their peak around, you know, their 20s and 30s. Yeah. And so they're incredible performers. The musicians love working with them because they're at the top of their game. The musicians, we work to get music that we know will fit well with the certain acts.
The show is called Cirque du Symphony.
That's right.
And that's where the Toledo Symphony comes into it.
That's right, yeah. We perform music, you know, Russian classical music, things from Swan Lake and Carmen, and everything's about, you know, 8 minutes long. And so long enough for these wonderful performers to juggle and fly from the rafters and do all kinds of things. We have some strong men coming. Yeah. So it's just a really good variety act. I think it showcases the orchestra. It showcases the talents of these Cirque performers.
We're so used to seeing the symphony down at the Peristyle. This show's actually happening at the Stranahan.
Yes.
And there's an interesting tidbit to why you picked the Stranahan.
Right. Well, the key element of this, especially for our aerialists, is that they need to have secure, basically rigging from the rafters so that they can do their act over the audience, you know, in front of the audience. And so
that was a perfect venue.
Right. You know, they saw it and they said, you know what, we can do it here. We'll set up our wires and everything, and it'll work.
I was asking about the symphony itself. When you talk about the setup and what people, and we're looking at some of the video here, you see it on Cirque du Symphony's website, which is just amazing in itself. Crowd there, and the orchestra there is down in the front, but you're saying Toledo Symphony, the instruments are going to be all over the stage.
Right. You know, we're going to be on the stage with them. We are not going to be in the pit. There's a level of trust, you know, between the performers and our musicians, and you know, I think what's going to be hard for them is concentrating on their music when there's so much wonderful action happening in front of them.
And they come out here, they've done on-site kind of surveys and figuring out, yeah, this will work here, this will work there, but they're saying the Toledo show definitely one that's going to amaze the eyes.
I think so. I mean, they'll have one shot at a rehearsal on Saturday, and these guys are pros. You know, I know they're just going to run through it and it'll be great, and then Saturday night we'll have the full audience.
And you were saying before we came on, you said that these are performers that have been linked to the Vegas style show, and they are coming back out because they enjoy not only the show, but also the crowd reaction to things of this nature.
Right. I mean, it's physically demanding, and so they'll tour with Cirque for, say, 10 years, and then, you know, you fall in love, you have a family, you want to settle down. So many of these performers, you know, are at the ripe old age of 30, coming out of
way
retirement.
Past their prime.
To come to Toledo and share their talents with us.
Yeah. As you go through the season and look at your pop season and try to make selections, what turned you on to this show in particular? And how, did you think to yourself, I wonder if we can get that here?
Right. Well, you know, I had actually seen the show when I was working in Chicago, and I was just floored by how funny it was and touching. And so I contacted the gentleman who collects these wonderful performers, and he said, yeah, we'd love to do something in Toledo. So they worked with our conductor to pick musical selections that we thought the audience would enjoy and that fit well with their acts. And I just, you know, this show has gotten rave reviews all across the country, and it's the first time this particular show has been in Toledo, so I hope people will come and see it.
As parents are out there and thinking maybe I'll take my little ones to see it, is it kid friendly?
Oh, absolutely. You know, the little gymnasts out there will really love it, but I also think, you know, the boys will love it as well. We have Derek and Jarek, who are strong men, who are coming, so I think we'll have the full range of human performance that night.
And as far as tickets are concerned, how do they go about finding tickets?
Well, you can go to our website. That's probably the easiest way. It's ToledoSymphony.com, or they can call the box office at 246-8000.
Okay, and is pricing just kind of all over the
You know,
place
the
as far as where you
tickets
sit?
start at 22 and go up to, you know, depends how close you want to be to the performers.
Yeah.
But we have, you know, I actually think the balcony will be a great place to sit for this
How's the
one.
symphony doing?
Great.
You've been on the show before, and we've had moments where you've talked about trying to keep it, you know, intact as far as the arts here in Toledo, but definitely a good situation here in 2013.
Well, you know, we're looking ahead, and you know, honestly, our biggest concern is keeping up the level of artistic commitment we have to the community. Our audience is why we do what we do.
Right.
And so, you know, we have already planned next season. We'll be announcing that in February. And I think we're really looking forward to, you know, upping the ante artistically, and our musicians are really committed to that. So, you know, we're aware of financial constraints, but I think we're just pushed to be more and more creative.
Yeah.
And I feel really good about that.
And obviously still riding the tide of being in New York and having those great performances.
Yeah, Carnegie Hall. I mean,
Yeah.
we can't forget it at all. I mean, it will be with us for the rest of our lives.
Can't
so.
top that. Well, once again, the show happens
February 2nd
February
at the
2nd.
Stranahan.
At the Stranahan, so go to ToledoSymphony.com if you want to check out any information with that show. And of course, look over everything as far as the Toledo Symphony has to offer. But once again, Cirque de la Symphony coming to the Stranahan. And if you are about, or you like being amazed, you like seeing visuals that'll just blow your mind, this is the show for you. Ashley, good to see you.
Thanks so much.
Stay right there. We'll be right back right after this.